My name is Akara Joshua, and I'm the Assistant Head Boy of Government Senior College, Lagos.
My name is Uzoma Prosper. I am from Government College Senior.
My name is Chuk Smith, and I'm the head boy of Government College, Lagos.
Okay. I think we should take a step back before my tenure. The whole idea of redeveloping the school, taking the school back to what it was in our days, especially the first 5, 6 sets.
I don't know whether you were familiar with the school the past 4 or 5 years or so. The infrastructures are dilapidated. The assembly hall had become a den, for area boys, all sorts of things, negative things.
And sincerely, there's nobody that would have seen the way the school was then and would have been happy. It became a car park for trucks, waterlogged everywhere.
What the school was like wasn't something, it's not a dream that started from my tenure. It's a dream that started from past presidents, etc. I just happen to be fortunate to be in a position where, and to be on seat when these things finally crystallized. The redevelopment of the school is a dream shared by quite a few of us. Quite a few of us have had friends or our kids poke fun at us, saying, look at the school you came out of, and why is this school so bad? And you people call yourself old boys. So that's how it started. I was fortunate that when I became the president in 2021, quite a few of my mates believed in the dream, and not only believed in the dream, were willing to support the dream.
We started out with almost what I would call a blank canvas or a green field. Most of the structures within the school were in a derelict, abandoned or dilapidated state. All manner of unsavory characters were using the school, squatting here and there, doing all manner of unthinkable, illegal and illicit business. So we had to first of all clear out all those who had no business here. Then we produced a master plan for the redevelopment of the college in the form of an architectural master plan plus a concrete step-by-step itemized process for achieving it. And by the grace of God, if you go around the campus today, where we're seated, the administrative block was done by the old boys through the redevelopment committee. The assembly hall was also fixed through the committee. The laboratories were fixed. The second legacy classroom block is currently undergoing renovation. While saying that, I must acknowledge the excellent work done by our distinguished Senator Tokunbo Abiru, who personally undertook the refurbishment of the laboratories and the installation of a STEM lab facility, and also facilitated the refurbishment, the ongoing refurbishment of a second legacy classroom block through the office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, Her Excellency Princess Orelope Adefulire.
And when we came on board, having listened to the vision of the then president, who incidentally now is the immediate past president, in person of Antonia Kingbade Akinjo, he gave us his vision of what he would love GCL to look like. And because my set was the third or fourth in the line as pioneer sets, we saw the glory of GCL there. So we were able to key into it. So what we did was to, in close liaison with other like-minded members, revisit the whole architecture of the school, But we needed to take permission from the state government because the school belongs to the state. And no matter what you want to do, if the state tells you you can't go ahead, there's nothing you can do. So we took permission from the state, and in an acting capacity as the chairman of the development committee, we came up with a master plan. The master plan, which we divided into 3 phases. Coincidentally for me, or fortunately, the vice president, my current vice president, happens to be the secretary of the development committee. So you could see that the rings have been around some particular sets of boys in ensuring continuity, and because they shared the vision. And so we started with some filling of the compound. We needed to destroy so many things in the compound, the old structures, we needed to sand fill. And I could recall there was a time that we spent, we had over 20 trucks of sand to fill and balance up the space in the school. And I'll give credit to Senior Lawal, Yinka Lawal, who was one of the main architects and volunteered pro bono to supervise the project. I know then we were spending most time here either driving out miscreants and sand filling to get to the level where we are. So it's been challenging, it's been tough, but I'll tell you that it's been a fulfilling and a cheering experience, especially seeing that we were able to achieve one of our primary objectives, which was to ensure that the senior students from SS1 to SS3 move into the old building.
Past ESCO, the current one, the development committee, they've risen up to the occasion, and through the assistance of an old boy, a senator of the Federal Republic, they've been able to get the government, both federal and state, to rehabilitate the buildings, the infrastructure, the legacy buildings, and what have you. It's been a fantastic job.
We've renovated the library. We have a well-furnished library now. There are plenty books that are there to help us improve in our vocabularies, subjects we find it hard to comprehend and beyond.
I noticed the new input of CCTV cameras around the school, the new basketball courts and our new football pitch, the new windows they've set for us in our school, and also the school compound have been more, they've beautified the school compound. So those are some changes I've noticed in the school.
The renovations to Government College has really, should I say, it has really increased the morale of the students. So the students can be able to brag about their school outside. It gives them more reason to be good at their studies and at sports.
Well, sincerely, it would be very, very uncharitable of me to say that I achieved it. First, it's a teamwork. I need to establish that. But most importantly, I did not start it. I just keyed into the vision. And I know that there were presidents ahead of me. If I could recall, I think I'm the 17th president of the Old Boys Association. There had been plans all along to do things like this. There's none of the structure in this compound that we could say then was habitable, not for anybody except for miscreants and touts. Then you realize that some old boys came together and felt there was a need for us to start. I then was class coordinator of my class set 1982. So I was dragged into the old sphere by a colleague classmate. He doesn't like me mentioning my name, but I don't think he can dodge at this point because I believe this is for the record's purpose. Kunle Shoname. Kunle Shoname was the president of the Development Committee 2021-2022 ESCO, and he invited me to join as a member. Apparently, because of his busy schedule, I was forced to start acting as the chair.
My name is Olatunji Mustafa Gumambi, the principal of Government College Senior Lagos, Surulere. Tremendous. They have been very supportive in terms of restructuring the infrastructure that we have, the buildings. Because when I was a teacher here, the buildings are already going down, dilapidated. But I left here, but later I got news that the old boys have started constructing and reconstructing, renovating the structures. And when I came around, I was amazed. I became principal of this school August 2022. That time we have not moved here, but I've seen the massive transformation the old boys have done. Kudos to them. The GCL Global, both local and international, they've done well. And may God help them.
I must confess that the relationship has been excellent. It has been extremely cordial, and I hope other schools where we have old students fully operational can emulate what we are experiencing in Government College, Lagos.
I am excited for what the old boys have in stock for the school students, and I'm so great to be part of this progress.
First and importantly, how one would say that this administration has impacted. We all know how much has gone into the development, the redevelopment of the legacy of our school. It's been wonderful, to say the least, that yes, these activities of the redevelopment of the infrastructure of the school commenced just about 4 years ago by the last administration, which incidentally I was also part of as the financial secretary, the national financial secretary that is, of the last administration. Now, in this current administration, we have moved up to the second national vice president one. We have continued in the strides of the former administration, and we are all living witnesses today that our boys have now occupied. When I mean our boys, I mean the senior secondary school students of the school have now moved into the refurbished legacy buildings, the laboratories. Even have a STEM building now. We have sports facilities, some of the infrastructure that we never enjoyed when we were in school. These current students of Government College Lagos, Surulere, more Surulere, now have this infrastructure. One can almost say, beating our chests, that the infrastructure that is provided today in Government College Lagos supersedes that in any known school within the Surulere axis, be it government or even privately owned. So that is the commendation that this administration has seen to ensure that this infrastructure, the remodeling, the restructuring, the redevelopment of GCL has actually come up in the way it has.
Looking at where we are coming from and looking at where we are as a young group, I am very, very pleased and excited. For example, I look at the years back as PR used to be difficult getting people who I refer to as people from my constituency, that is the younger sets, to participate or attend events. But if you look at it in the last 2 years, whenever we have events or this, we see more participation from younger sets. Even some of the younger sets who had initially gone AWOL, let me put it that way, came back. For example, the 2007 set. In fact, they were the ones calling to ask, oh, we would love to be a part of this. How do we do this? And even for our 50th anniversary, we noticed that the sets that had the highest number of participation was the 2004 set. About 60-something of them registered. And that all of this cannot be taken away from the leadership qualities of our president, the outgoing president.
The president has embraced our vision wholeheartedly. Over the past 2 years, he has demonstrated his commitment by delivering powerful and inspiring opening remarks at our conferences in Las Vegas and Miami. His contributions have not only reinforced the importance of our C initiative, but also strengthened the relationship between GCL over North America and the national body. We are truly grateful for the leadership and the dedication of the national president and his team. Their support has been instrumental in bridging the gap between North America and Nigeria, ensuring we remain united in purpose and action.
They gave us this place. We moved back, the senior school moved back to this old block because this is where they started. And all these things you are seeing is courtesy of the Global. The offices, principal's office, VP's office, the teachers' staff room, I mean everything. Fine. Then they gave us musical instruments, courtesy of the old boys. Then in terms of sport, they've been very helpful. We've gone to play football. We won competitions, Lakes League. They've been supportive. We won it at least back-to-back now. We've won it 2 times or 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And the recent one by Biamela, under 16, organized by Desmond Elliott, House of Lagos State House of Assembly, a member, in honor of Honorable Bagabia Miller. Government College won it. The maiden edition, we won it. So we are still waiting for the prize tag anyway.
In the last 2 years, though I resumed here 2022, September 2022, the 1984 set, they have been supporting the school by giving the best student award and then the best teacher. Then 1982 set, when they did their 48th anniversary, they gave all the students badge and tie, which they said that is going to be a continuous process.
Firstly, I want to talk about it psychologically. When they gave all this, when they spoke to us, the words they told us gave us courage, made us know that we are the best. They told us that we should be able to stand up to St. Gregory students. And now I can tell you boldly that I can stand up to any school in Lagos or Nigeria. And even the facilities that we have can't be compared to most private schools. So I can say that government college is also a private school, even if it's a public school, but we are better and will be better.
As it were, we have the teachers, the students now in the old building. We have the administrative block. We have the assembly hall. We have the labs and some other structures in place. And thank God we were able to get the intervention of an old boy of the 1980 set. And that is in person of the distinguished senator of the Federal Republic, Senator Tokunbo Abiru, who bought into the vision, keyed into the vision, and was through his office, was able to intervene in presenting our case to the Senior Special Assistant to Mr. President on SDG, Princess Orelokwe Akifulire, who has been, sincerely for me, a pillar of support. The admin block we have today, the assembly hall, the legacy blocks, and even the renovation of the second legacy block have been championed by the princess. And of course, the landscaping, the second phase of the landscaping, the STEM lab, if you come into the school directly, the STEM lab and what is happening within that space, which is another talk for another day, is something that the distinguished senator has taken on. And we've had several old boys that have come into the plate, the solar panel here, the CCTV, put in by an old boy. Some of the old boys chose not to have their names mentioned, and we respect them for that. And for as many people that have, well, not really frowned at our mentioning their names, I just think it's important at this stage to give credit to them. We've had some silent contributors as our seniors, as our colleagues, as even our juniors. And we've had some class sets to come on board to do one or two things.
You will see that the students are not having most of their programs restricted to the state. They go outside the shores of the state to compete with other students. In fact, they are reckoned with as global students. That is the transformation we are talking about. I give it to the old students of Government College, Lagos. So you cannot take away all these very good edifices that have been put in place during the 50th anniversary. Those that came to that place marveled. The state of the assembly hall, the cell laboratory, that is the Senator Abiru Innovative Lab, the multipurpose, not even basketball, the multipurpose court that we have in there. No wonder we are seeing the football team of Government College making such a significant impact in sports in the state and beyond.
Everything is being done to bring the old glory of the school, what we had when we were there. And also an improvement on them is what is being done now. And I have no doubt in my mind that the students will benefit tremendously from it. It will aid their career. They can make their choice in whatever field they want to go into, because the facilities to aid them are being provided.
And I must commend our president, Admiral Leye Jayola, retired, MNI, for his excellent leadership qualities and skills. He has made it all appear so easy, but it has been extremely challenging, extremely tough, but ultimately quite successful and quite rewarding.
Wow, actually, over the past 2 years of this administration, there has been a massive change in the sports activities of Government College. As you can see over here, we have the newly built multipurpose basketball facility. You can have a handball game here, okay? And it has also gotten another facility as well, the 7-a-side football pitch. Unlike before, we always find it very challenging training. Our basketball team always go out there to go and rent somewhere to train for competition. But since this administration has come in, there has been a massive change, and we now have our own that belongs to us. So we don't have to go out again to go and look for where to rent for training. Our basketball team is doing so well locally in Surulere, and of course representing Government College in all aspects. And I think it's a good idea. Of course, we also have our table tennis team as well. It has also improved. We have our table tennis nets and tables over there. Everything is functioning. The boys are playing, going for competitions. We also have so many things that we put in place. The football team doesn't need to go out again to go and train. We now have our own facility. So we train here, we play here.
So this new basketball facility has helped us a lot, because when we did not have this facility, We used to go to the Eric Moore school and borrow their basketball court. But now that we have this facility, it is easier for us to train and we are getting better day by day.
Yes, I think this pitch will help us in the future because when we are having our competition game or tournament, or we want to train for tournament ahead.
Especially me, I'm very happy to see this pitch because during my time, we don't have this type of five-a-side pitch. We only have big field, and now the big field is normal. But I'm excited with this one, which I believe the old boys, my seniors, they are going to do something about the big field so that we can help the young ones.
The landscaping and the renovation of the toilets and other facilities around here. In the lab, we have over 30 computer systems, fully fitted and robotic system on. Please, I want to appeal to our old boys. I want to call on as many that are like-minded. It's time for us to see what we can put into this. Anytime I come into the school, especially within the 2 years of my tenure, I'm fascinated by the contributions of old boys. You don't need to be an ESCO member to contribute. Neither do you need to be a BOT member to contribute. You can contribute in whatsoever capacity in developing the school. When you see the landscaping, give it another 6 months. I'm not sure we'll recognize what we have there as a standard school. I've been accosted by so many parents saying that, is this a private school? But I'm proud to tell them that this is the work of the old boys of Government College Lagos.
There are a few notable old boys, a few of them, most of whom would remain anonymous based on their special requests, who at every point in time have been there to help us pull it through. I'm sure you would have seen the SAIL lab. That lab was donated by an old boy. He graduated in the second set, Senator Tokunbo Abiru. There are a few other things that different people have put together. I think right now, both myself and he was the chairman of the development committee when I was president, Rear Admiral Leye Jayola retired, who is now the president. The rest of the development committee, including Jibola Bakare, who has the honor of being the secretary of the development committee for the last 4 years and is the incoming president. We're all very proud that at least we've started something. There is a future. We've gotten to a point where there is no going back. So yeah, we think we've done our bit and we've laid the foundation.
So, I must confess that the district, the Blooming district, is having it very good with the old students of Government College, and I give it to them. I thank the president for the good works and other members of the ESCO and the supportive efforts of other members of that group. So together they are making education in Lagos State to continue to be a thing of emulation to other states in the Federation.
As the current tenures of the National Exco and the GCL Uber North America Exco comes to a close, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to the President and his team for the remarkable work they have done over the past 2 years. Your efforts have left a lasting impact, and we are proud to be part of this collective journey.
Well, yeah, what I would just tell them is that because they are outgoing, they should not leave it for the new ESCO. They should be part of them since they have gone through that mileage So the experience they've gathered will be of help to the incoming. They can guide them, see this, and because they have done it, they have gone through the road, they know what it is, so they can help them. So they should not say because they are done with their tenure, they are not bothered about what goes on this year. They are still part and parcel, they are old boys. So that's what I will just tell them. They should keep on with their good work and God will help them.
Now, for the incoming administration, it is such that I would advise that they uphold the legacy of this outgoing administration, led by Rear Admiral Blair Jayola, retired, who has done remarkably well, putting forward his leadership qualities as a frontline military officer to ensure that the boys, both members of the ESCO and all the other standing committees and the general membership of the administration of the association together, work together as a unit to ensure that where we are today is far from where we used to be, and I know that where we'll be years down the line will be greater and farther than even where we are living it off as it is now. There's a lot of encouragement that I'm giving whoever is ready to step into the new administration, that they need to put up a yeoman's job, because that's what most of us have to do. We have to look beyond the convenience that we have, to give ourselves up to serve the administration in truth and in spirit, to ensure that today GCL has become a pride of schools in the Surulere area.
One of the students ran to me some few days ago, and you know the question he asked me? He said, "Sir, how can I become an old boy?" And I was challenged by that question. And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Because I like what you old boys are doing to the school. I like the way you have turned the school around. So me too, I want to grow to be an old boy." That touched me. Although I encouraged him that he's already an old boy, so long as he finishes his stay in the school, and he does very well. So it tells you that we're impacting into lives. We're sowing forward. So yes, I have my fears, but I know that with like-minded old boys, and we put a proper structure in place for plant maintenance, we will be able to sustain it. And for those that are making noise left, right, and center, my appeal is that they could sheath their sword, join the wagon, and make sure that GCL gets better for it.
From the school, from the principal, and all teachers and students, we would like to say a very big thanks to the old boys for all the things they have done for us. And we would like to hope that we'll be like them and be better than them when we also become old boys. Thank you.
Together, let us continue to build a legacy of brotherhood, excellence, and unity. Thank you, and may the bonds we share continue to grow stronger.
Up school! Up GCL! Up school! Up GCL! Up school! Up GCL!
This is the story of how it all began, where the Government College Old Boys Association's vision is at the moment, and where it is headed. Coming from a state of ruin to the present state of glamour, the job is not over yet, and this is a clarion call for all old boys to be a part of this journey to take Government College Lagos to the final destination by providing the required support towards rebuilding the school and bringing progress to the association.
true, to be honest, hard-working, and forever ready to submit. Up school, up GCL, up GCL, up school.